Welcome back to the news at 10. Aggrieved students of the Lagos State University may have to wait a few days more for the government to give a final decision of the status of their school fees. Now, after receiving a report from the ad hoc committee on the LASU fee hike today, the governor, Babatunde Fashola, went into a closed-door meeting with the State Executive Council to discuss the content of the report. And after 5 hours, the meeting was adjourned to tomorrow. The students have been on rampage, protesting the hike in school fees, which was fixed between 250,000 and 350,000 naira. The governor has, however, given the assurance that the final outcome of this meeting will be fair to all. Well, it was a day of tributes at the National Conference as delegates remembered the achievements of the former Minister of Education, Professor Dora Akunyili, who died on Saturday. Now, the delegates described her as an exemplary Nigerian who served the country to the best of her ability, even at great threat to her life. The conference also paid tribute to the late Emir of Kano, His Royal Majesty Ado Bayero, who also passed away last week. Our correspondent Larry Lasisi reports.
The conference commenced on a solemn note as delegates formally received news of the death of two prominent Nigerians, a National Conference delegate, Professor Dora Akunyili, and the late Emir of Kano, His Royal Highness Ado Bayero. Delegates were allowed to speak on the life and achievements of the two eminent Nigerians.
Ado Bayero happened to be the longest ruling emir in the history of Kano, and he made the highest and the greatest contributions on the life of Kano.
If not for her, they were passing just up and down. But nobody had the courage in this country to call forth. Many people I know were approached. They ran because we are very afraid of some of our Nigerians are afraid of their shadow. But she came out boldly. She fought doggedly.
She's a true Nigerian and very patriotic Nigerian. She came up with the branding initiative of Nigeria, good people, great nation, which replaced the Nigeria, the heart of Africa, in an attempt to salvage the poor perception of the country, both within and internationally.
Exposed to Nigerians what happened during the days of our president, our dear President Yaradwa's ill health. When, according to Michael Kusakoma, as he has just said, a cabal held Nigeria to jugular. She told Nigerians what the issue was.
A minute silence was observed in their honor. The conference then moved on to commence consideration of the proposed amendments to the report of the Committee on Science, Technology and Development.
Government should not pursue manpower development for nuclear technology. All those in favor of that say aye. All those against say nay. The nays have it. Ensure compulsory computer education and provision of science equipment at primary education level in all schools. All those in favor say aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it.
When this was concluded, the conference chairman announced changes to the order of considering pending reports.
The chairman will present the report as usual. Then members, delegates will bring their amendment, and then we shall discuss those amendments for each of the remaining reports. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to hear that.
This, however, led to a lengthy debate as delegates spoke for and against the change. The conference then received the report of the Committee on Agriculture and that of the Committee on Economy, Trade and Investment. Delegates are expected to immediately commence consideration of proposed amendments to the two reports when plenary resumes on Tuesday. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.
First Bank.
Welcome to Business News Tonight. Rwanda is exploring investment and learning opportunities in Nigeria. That's in a bid to achieve integration in the African continent. Now, one of the areas Rwanda is looking to tap knowledge and emulate Nigeria is in its capital market practice standards. The Chief Executive Officer of the Rwanda Stock Exchange, Per Celestin Rabukumba, made this known when he visited the Nigerian Stock Exchange today.
What's coming out of, on the continent now is the fact that we need to integrate more on our own continent, integrating our economies, integrating our own funding resources we have on the continent. So by the same token, that's what we are trying to do here, to see what we can learn from Nigerian Stock Exchange and the capital market in general, tapping into Nigerian money because we need the money to invest back home. And vice versa. We have 4 banks in Rwanda today from Nigeria.
The Chief Executive of the Rwanda Stock Exchange, Rukumba. The Naira firmed marginally against the dollar on the interbanks market today on speculation that the NNPC would sell the greenback to banks tomorrow. The Naira closed at 162.65 to the dollar, compared with 162.95 per dollar at Friday's close. Dealers said the Naira should strengthen further on Tuesday if the NNPC dollar sale materializes. Traders said many banks should sell down their dollar positions in anticipation of dollar inflows from NNPC, which is expected to hit the market by Tuesday. NNPC, which usually sells dollars to some banks on a monthly basis, accounts for about 70% of the volume of dollars traded on the interbank market. The currency market had been volatile on news that the new CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele plans to cut interest rates. However, that was clarified on the grounds that the CBN has no immediate plans to cut interest rates and definitely would not consider doing so until after the presidential election in February 2015. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry wants the Central Bank of Nigeria to quickly unveil its implementation guidelines on the new policy direction. LCCI believes the move will allow for a more robust conversation and engagement. This is coming after a meeting held by the council members in Lagos. The LCCI also wants the new CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele to deepen the role of the Apex Bank in development finance by promoting agriculture, industry, small and medium-scale businesses, and the power sector while sustaining the financial system stability. The day's trading at the Nigerian Stock Exchange looked good for Julius Berger, Cornwell, and Cadbury. The 3 were the top price appreciators during trading. Bisikoka brings figure details of the market.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Reports. Trading session at the Nigerian equities market closed positive on the first trading day of the week, despite price losses recorded by some market movers. Now, the all-share index rose by 0.19% to 41,609.41 points, while market capitalization grew from 13.71 trillion naira to 13.73 trillion naira. The top price appreciators include Julius Berger, Cornwell, and Cadbury. Investors gave Sapla Development Company, Lafarge Wapco, and Nestle the cold shoulder. Transcorp, UBA, and Skybank were the most actively traded stocks for the day. When the closing bell rang, over 299.32 million shares had been exchanged in 5,152 deals for 2.61 billion naira. That ends the stock market reports. I am BC Koka.
Thank you, Visi, and also that's it on Business News. It's back to Joma for the rest of the news at 10.
First Bank.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Go Line technology demonstrated at Stadia in Brazil ahead of the World Cup. That's on sports.